just a quick shout out to our first reading. And it's from the prophet Isaiah, and it's from the very end of his book, 56 chapters. And basically what he's saying is, you know, folks, you may think you're God's, this is not the actual words in the reading. You know, folks, you may see yourselves as God's chosen people. But guess what? You were chosen to be a light to everyone. Because all people are God's people. All people are chosen to be honored and glorified and all the rest. And that's, again, then how it ties into the gospel, where, in effect, Jesus is saying, you know, don't say this community is just for X, Y, and Z. The community I establish is for everyone. And I don't care what judgments you may make about other people. I, Jesus, say, all are welcome. And so we may see ourselves as special people, and that's okay, as long as we see that we're specially talented to continue to build the community that Jesus established, and that we will use our talents to accomplish that, and not to determine who is in or who is out. And one of the things that Pope Francis has condemned is for how he tries to help us get connected, not just with other Christians, other followers of Jesus, but with anybody, that we, again, find common ground. There are people who think he's absolutely off the rails about that. But again, he's only living out what Isaiah was saying so clearly hundreds of years before the birth of Jesus. We are not to be seeing ourselves as exclusive. We are inclusive. We make connections with everybody. And our world today is definitely one in which there is a mixture of all kinds of people. And it's not our place to say whatever, that we don't associate with those people, because all people are God's people, and we do our best to make viable, healthy connections with them. Doesn't mean we don't encourage them to look at the truth as we see it, but they will also invite us to look at the truth as they see it. And many scholars will say that if we all are searching for the truth in our own traditions, we will come up with such glorious conclusions that regardless of how we practice or live out our faith, we are going to establish a unity that will blow the rest of the world apart. And that's, again, the challenge, but it's also the gift that's offered to us to see how fulfilling it is to find ways to connect with everyone that God has created.